Hello everyone! So we are back to this diagonal top, and I'm already working on joining the panels together. As you can see here, that the side seam, side panel put together. So you can see I joined it with this filet crochet method using just rows of double crochets and chains, which I guess you are familiar with, as we already used it in the pattern itself. But as you can see, I joined one of the sides, the other one is just ready to be done, and I joined one shoulder. And now I'm going to join the other one and show you how it's done. So the thing is, I worked on this part from here to here, so the continuous join is then here. So that's joining as you go. I will show you how I did it as well. So I want to do it the same way on this side, which means I should work not from the corner as I did here, but from the marked stitch that is here, measured from the center, marked by the safety pin. This is just for hold it together. I marked the center of the top and then measured 10 centimeters to both sides, so it's 20 centimeters in the front as my mom wishes the neckline to be, and then the rest is joined. And I needed this part to be 7 centimeters, and it pretty much works to have it 1 centimeter by row, so it's 7 rows across. So I need to start here and go out, and then the 7 rows, make 6 of them just as is on this part, and in the 7th I'm going to join it to the other panel. So let's start with joining my yarn into this stitch here. I'll get rid of this safety pin carefully, and this one as well for now. If you do this with the safety pins, be careful because they are tangling a bit into the yarn. Yeah, so I will work for now just on this panel, doing the filet crochet stitches from here. And on the finished part I can show you already that every one of the windows or the holes of the net of the filet here should be aligned with one row of the pattern. So it should correspond, but as it is zigzag, it's sometimes difficult to see where exactly it should go. But when there is a end of a regular row, it's easy. You just go 1 double crochet into a stitch, leave out 1 stitch, make a chain and do another double crochet into the next stitch. So that works well. In the places where there are the edges of the rows, like here, you just need to remember that it should be in the same line with the row, with the edge of the row. So yeah, I will try to match it in here, and I should probably make the same amount of stitches in here. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 windows, 14 groups of double crochets and chains. So yeah, okay, we'll try to do that. So I'm not color matching here, I'm just working with the yarn as it is, but it matched pretty well on this shoulder. So on this one it's gonna be a bit off, but also on the side here it works pretty well. One thing before I start, here I was considering maybe doing the full fillets here to like join the pattern, but then I thought it would maybe look weird. It would be around the waist part of the top and it might not look as well, so I guess this way works well. So yeah, choose your preferred method of joining the yarn to the piece, and I'm going into the stitch and joining with a slip knot. I will not be working over the end, I will deal with that later. There is already quite a lot of ends to weave in, but yeah. So I now have it joined. I will move the stitch marker away. Counting the first one as a chain, I will do 2 more chain to make for double crochet and 1 more already for the window part, and making a double crochet in the 1 chain over the next. So skip 1 and in the next one make a double crochet. Again, chain 1, skip a stitch, and now we have an issue as these are 2 chains effectively. So into the first one in the window I'm making another double crochet, and when you're working on your own top it might look different. You just need to find the right place to put the double crochet in so that it corresponds to the rows, and you might need to maybe unravel a bit if it doesn't fit. Just go with the flow, find how it works for you. So I'm skipping the next chain and making double crochet into this part of the stitch on the end of the row here. Yeah, for now that looks pretty good. Chain 1, and I need to have the next one over here. So this part is a bit tricky. You might need to help yourself with your nails, fingernails, but yeah, chain 1 and next double crochet into here. I'm trying always to catch 2 strands of the yarn to have it sturdy enough, but it should work even with one of them. Yeah, so you can see this is not really where I want it to be, so I will unravel this and move it a bit to the left. So I will just catch this part and hope for the best. Is it going to work? Yeah, that's not bad. And I will continue like this to the end of the row. And I'll see you there. See where it comes to the turning chains, you can find the chain that corresponds there pretty well and use that, but not with just one strand of it, but 2. Let's see. Yes. Be careful if the yarn tends to separate, just don't lose parts of it. And again, double crochet. And once more in the chain here. It might get tricky like this. Just be patient with it, find where you need it to go, and use your fingernails to slip under the yarn. Yeah. Chain 1. Chain 1, and the last one into this turning chain here. There we go. So, do I have 14 of them? You can see it's a bit wonky in here. It might equal out when I work on the second row, or if it doesn't, I will just go back and make it look better. I will move this one in here right away, I guess. But yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, it's 14. That's right. So I will just fix this one before the last. Move it one chain up into here. Chain and into this one. There we go. That looks better. So that's the first row done. We'll turn with chain 3 and 1 extra for the first window. Turn the work and work just regular filet crochet of this kind. Double crochet into the double crochet, chain 1 and double crochet into the next double crochet, all the way to the end of the row, and then again and again and again and again, and once more again if I'm counting correctly, and then the chaining row. So I will work on that for a bit and I'll see you then. Now careful at the end of the row, don't forget that there is one more stitch to be done into the turning chain. So that's the second row done, and I'm making the turning chains to work on a third one. There we go. That's 6 rows of the filet crochet now, and with the 7th row I will be using the joining as you go method to join it to the other panel, which is a method that I only recently learned myself, so I'm still figuring this out, but it works. As you can see on the other shoulder, it worked pretty well. It's visible in those different colors, but it's not too bad. It's not bumpy, so should work pretty well here as well. If you don't want to do this, you could also just make the 7th row as it is and just use mattress stitch or any other preferred joining method to just join it with sewing with the same thread. But I will attempt at joining it as I go. So I need to start joining in this stitch that is marked here. There is a part with clear chains on the top, so that will help me. Then there is a bit that we all have to just get it right. So let's see how it works for us. I'm making the first 3 chains here, and then I'm taking my hook from the chain there and through the marked stitch, so I will remove that stitch marker and put my hook into the marked stitch from the outside or from up side of the stitch and pull the eye through here. Then I'm making 1 chain and then again taking my hook out and through the next one here, and again pulling the loop through, and from here I'm going to make the next double crochet. So I made the chain for the window in here, and then I'm making a double crochet into the next double crochet. This gets fiddly as heck, so just be patient with it, do it slowly, always. See, tension is off. So once again, double crochet in here, make a double crochet, again take the hook out of the loop, be careful not to lose the loop, not to unravel it, and go into the next chain here, the next stitch. It might help to pick the strands like this with the hook. Depends on how tight your crochet is as well. Pull the loop through there. Now make the chain. Leave the loop again. Go into the next stitch on the panel that you're joining. Pull the loop through. And with the loop and the stitch caught there, make another double crochet. It seems complicated, it's not too complicated, but you just need to keep track of which stitch are you on. It's just 1 2 1 2, but for my brain that's difficult enough. So pull the loop through the next stitch, make the chain 1, make a big loop, go through the next, pull the loop through, I twisted the loop, so untwist that and make a double crochet. Now, as before, you want to check if your double crochets are aligned with the ones on the other side. They will be a slightly bit off, as you can see here, but that's the best you can do actually. So yeah, they might be a bit off to one side or to the other, but I guess this works pretty well. So I am at the top of the double crochet. I need to make the loop a bit bigger and go into a next space, which gets complicated here, but we should be going into here. And again, I'm trying to always catch 2 of the strands, not just one, to have it sturdy enough. I almost lost the loop, but I'm helping itself again with my fingernails and carefully pulling it through. And I missed, yeah, they aren't separated here and I missed a bit. So again, yes, now it should be okay. Pull it through. Oh, this one is so fiddly. Okay, once again. Yes. Okay, I was at the double crochet. I need to remind myself all the time. So, chain 1. Leave the loop again. And go into here. It might seem like you're not in the right spot for the next double crochet, but I found out that it actually goes a bit to the left side every time you pull the loop through. So it should work now, but I will check right away, and if it's not right, I will adjust and move it a bit. So double crochet and pull the loop through the next bit, which is really messy here, but it should be here, and we'll see if it's okay. Yeah, pull through, be careful for it. Yeah, yes, you can see that the double crochet, the last one that I made, lines up with this part of the pattern. So that worked well. Chain 1 and again pull through the next part here, which is again a really tricky place. So be really slow and really careful and mindful with this. It needs your whole attention, but it works really well. It's for the best result, and I think it's a good joining method overall. So Does it align now? Yes, it's gonna align with this part of the pattern again. With this row. I hope that's visible enough. So I'm going to struggle through this part, and I will meet you at the end, I guess. Yeah, you can see here I went a bit off. I'm not sure if that's alright. No, it's not gonna be alright, I think. So yeah, unraveling a bit. You might need to go into the fiddliest parts of the side of the stitches. That's just how it works here. And sometimes you'll just be able to catch one strand of it. I'll try if it works. For this part, it might be okay. It's tight enough. Yes, I'm going into here. So, once again, pulling the top of the double crochet through the end of the row there, making a chain, and then pulling the loop of the chain through the side of the stitches again, and then with the loop through the stitches making another double crochet into the double crochet in here, and again pulling the top of the double crochet through the stitches corresponding to the top of the row in the pattern, and chain again. Now, I have a bit remaining towards the end, and I want to check if it all corresponds well. You can see here it all lines up pretty nicely, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4 remaining windows over here, 4 remaining rows on the other side, so that should work exactly as planned. I'm glad it worked as I counted before. So let's go and finish this. I need to make the chain now. I'm forgetting about it pretty often. Be careful about that. In this last part we'll be working probably into the turning chains on both sides, which actually helps a lot because it's quite easy to catch the right chain in there, but still be careful about it to make the edges look really nice. Chain one, pull it through the next one, and make the last double crochet into the second chain from the double crochet from the front panel, and then pull the loop through one last time through the third chain here. Again, be careful about it, make it really nice. Pull it through like this, and there we go. That's it, all joined. I can check if I like the way it looks. I will snip the yarn with a bit of a tail, pull it through, tighten it up, and I can fasten it more if I need to, and I will weave in the ends off camera. So this is what I use to join the sides and the shoulders of these panels to make it into a top. When I have it all joined, I will go with a row of single crochets all around the neckline and all around the sleeve openings or arm openings, and then when it's all joined together, I will lengthen the top with 6 rows of the same net on the bottom and 1 extra row of single crochets, I guess, because Mom wants it 6 centimeters longer, or we will fit it on her and see how she likes it. So that's what I'm planning to do. This is how I do it. I hope this tutorial helps you with the pattern, with making the finished garment. Please let me know how you like it. Like the video, check my social media, check my Ko-fi please, and have a great time crocheting, have a great time creating, and enjoy the colors. Goodbye.